Going, boys. How we doing? Coming to you live from Schmitz-Mackey Arena, Farmington, Minnesota, for another night of Junior Goal B hockey action. Tonight, Farmington Tigers will be taking on the Pioneers from Hill Murray. We'll start with the visitors, Hill Murray, who comes in #1 overall rated in the state, having an overall record of 11-0-0 on the season. They are tops in the state of Minnesota at Junior Goal B. They also have not lost yet in the gold division, although in second place only because they have a few games in hand on #1 Forest Lake. Hill Murray will be in their away black tops, black socks trimmed in green and white. Now for the Tigers, finally coming off a big win last night against the Zephyrs from Matamidi, winning that contest 7-1. Tigers climbed up into the 9th position. They have an overall record in league play of 2-2-2. Tonight they will be wearing their alternate jerseys, although they wear them so often, I'm not sure you can really consider them alternates anymore. They will be orange tops, orange socks, trimmed out in black and white. The Tigers currently come in ranked overall 15th in the state. Your lineup for the Tigers tonight: on the first line, centering the first line will be number 5, Jack Peterson. At left wing, number 16, Connor Anderson. And at right wing, number 9, Luke Banthai. On the second line, being centered by number 8, Mason Boyer. Left wing will be number 21, Jake Kiefer. And number 13, at right wing, will be Charlie Bjorkstrand. And on the third line, will be centered by number 3, Luke Besser. At left wing, number 19, Kellen Kramer. And at right wing, number 24, Mason Letter. Aiden Kowalski, number 10, will also be a left winger tonight. Defensively for the Tigers, 3 lines of defensemen. First line will be number 11, Clayton West. Number 23, Colin Lehmeyer. On the second line will be number 6, Owen Stensland. And number 27, Grayson Papera. Also playing defense will be number 14, Carson Blair. In net, once again, will be number 33, Eli Holmes, who put together a gem of a game last night against Mahtomedi. Huge weekend now for the Tigers. Scuffling a little bit coming into last night's game. Pulled out what some would say a surprise victory, but definitely the best game of the Tigers' year so far, winning convincingly against Mahtomedi. Now they're going to be taking on top-ranked Hill Murray before facing off against Rosemont to close out the weekend. We'll get our customary handshake before the game. Both teams will huddle up and they'll get this puck dropped. We'll have 15 minutes to go here. Starting the first period, Hill Murray and Tigers coming up. Hill Murray breaks their huddle by their own net. Now the Tigers break huddle and we're ready to get this one started. Start by giving you a shot. Number 33, Holmes, will be in net. Tigers will be moving left to right on your radio dial this evening. Starting out again just as they started out last night. At center, number 5, Peterson. At left wing, number 16, Anderson. And at right wing, number 9, Manthai. Back defensively, number 23, Lehmeyer. And number 11, West. And here we go. Hill Murray controls early through neutral ice. Drops it into the Tigers' defensive zone. Chased over there by Lehmeyer. Picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray from the left circle tries to center a play. That one got knocked away by Peterson. All picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray now looking out to get out to the point. They keep it in the zone. From the point, they go D to D. Now from the right circle. In front and knocked away by Lehmeyer. Good stick. Picked up by Manthai. Manthai quickly tries to get up to Anderson. And the Tigers got to check back up. Tracked down by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer quickly goes right back into neutral ice. Picked up by Hill Murray. And the action started. Hill Murray goes right through neutral ice, picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer tries to get a pass out, then knocks his man, and they get offsides. Offsides on Hill Murray, brings up a neutral zone faceoff. That'll give the Tigers a chance to change. Line number 2 now coming in will be Bjorkstrand, Boyer, and Kiefer. I think I might have had that wrong. Bjorkstrand's going to center this line. He's going to take the faceoff. Back defensively will be Papera and Stensland. This one's going to be now tracked down by Papera. Papera looking to swing it up, waits, holds down, gives off to Boyer. Just gets by Boyer, but he tips it forward. They get it deep in their offensive zone. First time the Tigers can go to work. This one gets by Bjorkstrand, kicked forward by Stensland, but now picked up by Hill Murray going right through neutral ice. Now Papera able to throw it into the dugout of the Pioneers. 14 minutes to go on the clock. We have no score. Neutral zone faceoff coming back up here. It looks like it's going to be at center ice. Bjorkstrand, Kiefer, Boyer stay out there along with Stensland and Papera. Bjorkstrand takes the face-off. This one's going to come over to Kiefer, now over to Papera. Papera tries to get a quick pass over to Boyer. Now it does get up to Boyer. Boyer slaps that one forward and then gets by Boyer again. And offsides. Couple offsides calls here early on Hill Murray, trying to get a little ahead of the game. They realize that we play by the rules here in Farmington. 13:52 now to go in period number one. Keeper goes sliding forward after it, unable to make the play. Now it goes deep into the Tiger zone. Hit there by, I think that was going to be by Bjorkstrand. Now kicked by Stensland, picked up by Papera. He tries to dig one out of the corner. Still at the Pioneers' feet, picked over by Papera. Drives all the way back. And Bjorkstrand able to try to get a stick. Now Keeper is able to knock it away, gets it over to Papera, trying to get it back over to Keeper. Stays behind Holmes. Now Boyer loses an edge. Boyer has to get back up as it hits back out to the defense from the Pioneers. Now everybody gets themselves readjusted, comes over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand brings it out from behind Holmes. Now Bjorkstrand looking for some open ice. Swings it all the way over to left. It goes over to Stensland, picked up by Keeper, shovels one forward, right back over to Keeper. Then he gets it taken away. Pioneers got numbers. Papera back, is able to knock one away, gets the time for the Tigers to get back. Letter now on for the first time, along with Stensland. Stensland trying to move it ahead over to Letter, and the Tigers ice the puck. We're going to bring this one all the way back to the left of Holmes. This will be a defensive zone faceoff. This will get a chance to get our third line out. It's going to be Besser, Kramer, and Letter. Along defensively with, it's going to be Blair and Lehmeyer. Letter will be, again, forward along with Besser and Kramer. This one's going to come out to Letter. Letter with it, tries to shovel one forward over to Kramer. Just past Kramer, they wave off icing. Comes all the way down in the Tigers zone. Can they try to get a shot off? No shots on net yet. We're 12:35 here to go in period number one. Now kick behind the Hill Murray goalie. Chase over there by Besser. Besser with a heck of a game last night. Overall, 3 points. He had 2 goals and an assist. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Quickly comes up to Letter. Letter ricochets that one into the zone. Now Besser. Besser hassles him there just outside of Letter. And here comes Hill Murray. They quickly look for the breakout going through neutral ice. Hill Murray moving up the left-hand side. Got by Lehmeyer, but Lehmeyer is able to dislodge the puck free. Then Lehmeyer drives over to his man, gets it over to Letter. Letter's going to pick this one up all the way in the corner. Gets it into neutral ice. No, he does not get into neutral ice. It stays with the Pioneers. Picked over by Kramer. Kramer throws it into neutral ice. Picked up by the defense. They put a gap wedge over Letter. Now the Hill Murray trying to get a shot off. That one, first shot, not on Holmes. That one went wide through the crease. Picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray goes right back to work. They throw that one. Tigers unable to get it away. Comes all the way over to the left circle. Now they take a shot down the left circle. Now they take a shot. That one blocked. Nice block there by Stensland. See if the Tigers can dig one out. Much of this zone time early on has been in the Tigers zone. Although harmless, nothing on Holmes yet. Now the Tigers move it right back through the zone. Get into neutral ice. Picked up by Stensland. Stensland now turnover. Hill Murray walks it in. And that shot goes up into the netting. We're going to get a face-off. Defensive zone face-off coming up here for the Tigers. This will be to the left of Holmes. That might have been the first shot on net. Actually, this will be to the right of Holmes. Actually, first shot on net coming off against Holmes, saved by Holmes. Now it's going to be chased over by Stensland. Stensland tries to move one up, goes right back over to Hill Murray. Hill Murray working behind Holmes. They wait. Now they get it right top of the circle. Knocked down. Oh, Bjorkstrand. Good stick there. Bjorkstrand now moving it through the zone. They try to get something going. Going through neutral ice. Coming through. Still with it on his stick. Tries to move through the legs. That one unsuccessful. Hill Murray right back through neutral ice. Hit there by Stensland. Chased down by West. Nice job by West. Gets it right back in the zone. Bjorkstrand throws one in deep. Here go the Tigers. First one there is going to be Boyer. Comes over to Keeper. Keeper slows it down. Keeper drives it through. Unable to get one on net. That one hit off a skate. Boyer skates by it as he's hitting his man. Now Keeper hassling his man, staying in the zone. Keeper still chasing his man. Goes right through, right in front of the goalie. Now chased over by Bjorkstrand. Hill Murray trying to break it out. Keeper gets right back. He's able to hit it once. And can the Tigers keep it in? No, it's going to come over to Hill Murray. They quickly move it through neutral ice. Up to the left-hand side. Up to the left circle. Now driving through. Oh, they tried to get a centering pass that wasn't there. Thrown out by Bjorkstrand, and that's going to be an icing. Tigers will get a change. 9:51 here to go in period number one. Score remains 0-0. Tigers yet to get a shot on net. Besser, Letter. Trying to see if we got Kramer as well. We do have Kramer. Kramer has it on his stick. Kramer moving up the left-hand side. Has Letter with him. Now throws one ahead. There's a first shot for the Tigers. Rebound out front briefly, then smothered by the Pioneer goalie. First shot coming from just outside the blue line from Kramer. Easy save there for the Pioneers, but now the Tigers might be in business as they get back into their offensive zone. This one coming up to the right of the Hill Murray goalie. Besser to take the face off. Besser tries to kick one out, but picked up by Hill Murray. They just let him go right through. Then they throw one up. Throw one up into the bench area. That one stayed short. Now it's going to be driven all the way down. It's going to be icing waved off, picked up by Papera. Papera's going to swing this one out behind Holmes. Papera looking for some room. He loses the puck there, picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray tries centering a play, now comes out to Kramer. Kramer is able to settle that one down. He comes right back to neutralize. Kramer has 3 around him, tries to go under the legs, just gets this one deep. Good job there by number 19. Now Hill Murray picking up speed, coming through the zone. Tigers got to get back defensively. And everybody's on sides. Oh, good play there by Lehmeyer. Tigers unable to pick up the puck. Stays in the corner, hit there by Papera. And, oh, they had a chance, but Lehmeyer picks it up. Oh, he puts it right in the stick of Letter. Now Letter, can he make a play? Letter from the point takes a shot. Good shot there by number 24. Saved by Hill Murray. Picked up by Letter right below us. He throws one right back in the zone. Here comes Peterson. Now Peterson gets by Peterson over to Lehmeyer again. Oh, Lehmeyer just tried to fake him out there, then hits it off his leg. He whiffed on that one, on the first shot attempt. He was just trying to get that one deep, but now he's showing off the skills. Comes up to the right circle, takes a shot. Save Hill Murray. Oh, Lehmeyer putting on a clinic out here. Throws one on net, but saved by the Hill Murray goalie. 8:32 here to play in period number 1. Still scoreless, 0-0. Peterson, Manthey, Connor, Anderson back out at forward along with Blair and West. This one's going to come out to Hill Murray behind their goaltender. Peterson chases it. Now it's going to be Anderson. Anderson with good body. Gets it right back over to Peterson. Peterson fights for it there in the corner. Picked up by Hill Murray. They swing it back behind the goal. He goes above Manthey, but way too high into the netting, and we'll get another face-off. Offensive zone face-off coming up for the Tigers. This to be to the left of the Hill Murray goalie. Blair and West back defensively. Hill Murray with the face-off win again. This one swung out behind their goalie. In front now, they throw one up into the crowd. There's a souvenir for these faithful fans that trudged their way into Farmington tonight. They throw it back, trying to get it closer to the center of the ice. I hear you win money when you get it closest to the center ice point. 8:11 here to play in period number 1. Still scoreless. Peterson to take the base off. This time he wins it over to Anderson. This one goes over to West. West throws one on. Saved by Hill Murray. Now it's going to be picked up by Anderson. Makes one man miss. He's through the left circle. Picked up by Peterson. Peterson back to Manthey. Manthey works it around. He gets tripped. He gets tripped and no call. Right in front of the referee, too. Anderson with it on his stick. They hold it there. It's going to be West. West's going to walk it in. He takes another shot. No rebound. Save Hill Murray. Nice job by that fivesome keeping the puck in their offensive zone. They're going to keep West and Blair out there. They're going to bring now in Kiefer, Boyer, and Bjorkstrand. Kiefer's going to take the face-off. Face-off at Kiefer's feet. Now it's going to be picked up. No, Bjorkstrand couldn't get there in time. Now driven behind West. West and Blair chasing after it. Picked up by Hill Murray. They won that battle. Oh, they throw another one out in front, but picked up by Bjorkstrand. Hill Murray putting on a little bit of a danger show there. Now getting out to Kiefer. Then they're going to wave off icing. Kiefer's going to be the first one in. He goes with his man, trying to hassle him there. Puts on the brakes. It's going to be swung back around for Hill Murray. Oh, there's Boyer. Boyer over to Bjorkstrand. Coming up over to Stensland. Stensland from the point takes a shot. Kiefer tries to redirect. Unable to. Now back to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand tries to get a shot off. That's a bouncing puck. Comes over to Kiefer. Kiefer comes all the way over to Boyer. Now back to Kiefer. Kiefer goes right back down to Boyer. It goes deep into the zone. They're going to swing this one around. Here comes Blair. Blair shovels this one forward. Blair keeps it in their zone. Good job, number 14. Picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray behind their net. Tigers still chasing. Blair's going to be the first one. Now they just swing it to the other side. There's nobody over there. Now comes Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand meets his man there along with Kiefer and Boyer. Tigers get back. Here comes Hill Murray from the top of the point. Takes a shot and they score. Shot from the point. Nobody in front. And that one gets by Holmes. Hill Murray goes up 1-0. 6:44 to play here in period 1. Hill Murray up 1-0. Besser, Letter, Kramer, Papera, and Stensland. Tigers got to look for an answer. Hill Murray draws first blood. It's 1-0. Top-ranked Hill Murray. Now it's going to be Papera, swings by that one, picked up by Hill Murray, now hit by Papera. They're trying to come up with it, Hill Murray with it again. They sit with it behind the net, now they go right behind Holmes. They try to crease one through, almost had one there. Not quite. Now picked up by the Tigers, Kramer settles one out for Besser. Besser moves it through neutral ice. Besser now moving up the left-hand side, pulls it all the way in, they get hit in the back. Right in front of the referee again. Another missed call right in front of the ref. Besser taking it in the zone, gets hit right in the back, right into the boards, and now it's going to be Hill Murray coming right through neutral ice. I bet they're letting them play here today. Now Besser off of his feet, he goes behind Holmes, met there with Hill Murray, kind of drops one now behind Papera. Papera trying to get up to Kramer. That one's going to circle all the way, still rolling. No icing. Kramer gives chase. Besser's going to get off. He's going to bring on Peterson along with Lehmeyer and West. This one's going to come back to West. West with it. He holds it back, looks for Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer, he's going to quickly try to get it. Now he is. He's going to get up to Letter. Letter with a snapshot save. Rebound. And it comes out to Hill Murray. They get it right back out to neutral ice. Picked up by West. West trying to get one out, and it gets stolen by Hill Murray. Now they get an offsides. Tigers got fortunate. Hill Murray was able to swing a pass, centering pass. That would have definitely led to a breakaway. However, it was offsides first, and we're going to get a neutral zone faceoff. 5:19 here to play. It's going to be Peterson, Manthei, Anderson, along with West and Lehmeyer. West with it on his stick, he loses it. Picked up by Hill Murray, and they score again, right through the 5-hole. West had it right on his stick, tried to make a pass, whiffed on the pass. Hill Murray picks it up, slides one right through the 5-hole of 33, and the Tigers find themselves down 2-0. One thing we know for sure, turnovers and easy goals are not going to be the recipe for victory here tonight. 5:12 here to go in period number 1. Tigers down 2-0. Peterson to take the face-off. Now here comes Hill Murray. Now picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer jumps the play. That one bounces up, picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray moves it through, and now we're going to get a hand pass. We get a neutral zone face-off coming up here right below our camera. Tigers will get a change. They're going to come out with Kiefer, Boyer, and Bjorkstrand. They're going to keep Lehmeyer and West out there. Bjorkstrand to take the face-off. Now it sits right at Bjorkstrand's feet. Bjorkstrand looking for it. Comes out to Hill Murray. Hill Murray quickly moves up. They're up 2-0. Kind of held there, being swung around by Boyer. No calls still. No penalties yet on the game. West hits his man over there. Now the Tigers try to break it out, but they just swing one around. Now picked up by Boyer. Boyer just clobbers one forward. Tries to hold that one in. Comes back over to Lehmeyer. Tigers looking for a breakout. Comes up to Keeper. Keeper tries to feed one forward. No one there. Keeper follows the trails of play with Boyer. Comes right back for Hill Murray. Comes up to West. West tries to poke that one away. Stays in the zone. Boyer tries to move that one through. Off of Keeper's skates. Stays in their defensive zone. Tigers got to be careful. Here comes Hill Murray. Right through the left circle. Still moving is Hill Murray. Now it comes out to Bjorkstrand. He gets it taken away. 4 Tigers around it. Like it's a campfire or something. Now they finally get it out into neutral ice. 3:52 here to play in period number 1. It's 2-0 Hill Murray. Now Keeper tries to backhand that one. Stays in the zone. Picked up now by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer pushes it up to Letter. Letter with it. Circles back. Trying not for the turnover there. Keeper keeps it up to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand can't dig that one out. They keep hammering. It's going to be Lehmeyer. Now to Letter. Letter gets it deep. Keeper will get a change. Bjorkstrand's going to stay out. Bjorkstrand tries to make a play. Now comes all the way through neutral ice. Picked up by Stensland. Stensland now gets it up to Kramer. Gets by Kramer. Stays in neutral ice. They flip one forward. Stays in the dugout area of the Tigers. And we'll throw that puck back in and get a neutral zone face-off. 3:16 left to go in period number 1. Besser is going to come out to join his line mates, Kramer and Letter. Now it comes out to Stensland. Stensland moves this one up the left-hand side. They get it deep in the zone. Tigers got to find some momentum here, not moving as fluidly as they were against Mahtomedi. Here comes Hill Murray, moves it through the zone, gets through the defense. No, Blair got back, was able to knock one forward, now gets it up to Stensland. Still stays right behind us, comes back over to Blair. Blair kicks one forward, then he gets knocked down. Knocked down, and we're gonna go on a power play. Blair knocked down and an elbow. They're gonna call on Hill Murray. Oh, Blair getting up a little bit gingerly. He's gonna make it back. Yeah, he's having a little tough time getting onto those. Putting some weight on it, but that Blair's going to get back to the bench. We're going to have 2:51 left here to go in period number 1. 2 minutes. Tigers will be on the power play. They were great on the power play in last night's game. Power play is going to start well with Anderson, Peterson, Manthei, along with Lehmeyer and West. It's going to come out to West. West holds it in. Comes right back over to Anderson. Anderson waits with it. Tries to get it back out to West. He does. West tries to take a shot, and that one's blocked. And now here goes Hill Murray. Hill Murray could has numbers. They try to get one through. That one goes through the crease. Picked up by Hill Murray. Right, stays with Hill Murray. Now Lehmeyer hit off of the puck. Stays now. Peterson gets back there. Now it's back on the Lehmeyer stick. 1:36 left to go. Comes all the way to Anderson. Anderson, nifty little move to get this one back in. Now goes deep. He's going to try to hit it over to Manthei. Gets it over to Manthei. Manthei then loses it. Goes with Hill Murray. They try to clear. Nice job by Peterson. Blocks it briefly. Now Hill Murray is able to clear. They throw that one all the way down. West retrieves it behind Holmes. West now coming through the zone. Going to try to get it up and gets it on Peterson's stick. Peterson moves it right through the zone. Waits, holds, back to Anderson. And Anderson gets that one taken away as the Tigers are getting changed defensively. Papera now out. They come through the right circle. That one's saved by Holmes. It's going to be all the way over to Papera. Papera comes slides it. Isn't able to hit Anderson. And Tigers almost look like they're on a penalty kill right now. 42 seconds left in the Tiger power play. Hill Murray's controlled most of this action. Picked up by Peterson, tries to get it up to Keeper. Now it's going to be Anderson still out there. Peterson's still out there. Now Peterson drives it in. That one gets blocked out. Keeper is able to hold it. Now gets that one taken away. That one gets through. Retrieved by Lehmeyer. Tigers will get a change. They have 16 seconds left in the power play. Gets it by Lehmeyer. Now over to Papera. Papera with it. Papera looks up. And 5 seconds left on the power play. Papera loses the puck. Just as he was going to try to go for a pass. Another missed pass by the Tigers. Almost leads to a turnover. It's in their zone. Keeper's going to shovel this one over to Papera. Papera chases over it. Tigers got to be careful not to lose it again. Picked up by Bjorkstrand. That one hits off of Hill Murray. 35 seconds to go here in period number 1. Tigers down 2-0. Hill Murray back to full strength. Tigers will be 0 for 1 on their first power play attempt. Now Hill Murray looking for the breakout. Here they come. That one makes it all the way through. And stopped down by Hill Murray. Picked up by Letter. Letter's going to swing this one up to Bjorkstrand. Can Bjorkstrand get a play? Bjorkstrand still with it on his stick. Bjorkstrand tries to put on the brakes. Now he just gets rocked. Bjorkstrand just got nailed off of his skates. Keeper tries to make a play. Comes back to Papera. 7 seconds to go. Bjorkstrand, and let's see. Oh, they're going to wave off offsides. That's going to do it for the first period. Tigers find themselves down 2-0 after 1 period of play. Shots on goal in the first period favoring the Tigers, 5-4. Hill Murray, though, scoring twice. All right, 20 seconds here to go. After 1, Tigers are down 2-0. They've got to regroup and recharge. Tigers got a little sloppy again there in the first period. See if they can bounce back. Just seeing a little bit of momentum change here for them. I see some long faces out there. Need somebody to come in, change the course. We got 15 minutes on the clock. We're going to start with Bjorkstrand at center. Kiefer at left wing, Boyer at right wing. Back defensively will be number 6 Stensland and 27 Papera. Holmes goes back into his net. Holmes seeing 4 shots in the first period, saving 2. And here we're ready to get the second period underway. This one's going to go to Hill Murray. Boyer chases, but it comes right back into Hill Murray. They go deep into the zone. They swing that one to the left of Holmes, now hit over by Stensland. Picked up by Papera. They try to get that one back out of the zone. That one stays right there, shoveled forward by Papera. Comes out to the defensive point. They take a shot. That one ricocheted out front. Comes right back, hit by Kiefer. Comes into the corner, right back to Hill Murray. Hill Murray going to work. Just going to work, and they went in. I think that might have knocked off Boyer's stick. I think it did. As that puck was getting ricocheted out front like a pinball, I think that might have hit off of number 7's stick for the Tigers, and it's going to be a good goal for Hill Murray. They're going to open up scoring 3-0. And now here go the Tigers. It goes right all the way back to West. West flips a 1-4, goes right to the deep end. Shot, kick save there by Holmes. Now Hill Murray starting to apply some pressure. That one gets through the crease. Tigers have spent all the time here in their own zone. Now picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer kicks one out, and they are going to call icing. Call icing on this one. We're going to get a whistle. We'll bring this one all the way back into the Tigers' defensive zone. This will go to the right of Holmes. 14:07 here to play. It's 3-0 Hill Murray. Besser, Letter, Kramer, Lehmeyer, and West. This one's going to come out to Hill Murray. Now picked up by Besser. Kicked over to Letter. Letter trying to get up over to Kramer. That one goes behind as it got tipped away. Now back was Besser. Comes all the way over to West. West quickly up to Letter. Letter knew a hit was coming. Took the hit and then pushed it back into their offensive zone. Picked up by Hill Murray. Picked up by Besser. Besser with it. Besser tries to move it over to Letter. Oh, the 3 lefties. Where's the puck? It's stuck underneath the pad of the Hill Murray goalie. And that'll be a save. First shot of the second period coming for the Tigers. Letter. Letter with the shot. Saved by Hill Murray. 13:41 now to play. Peterson, Anderson, Manthey, West, and Lehmeyer. Faceoff's going to be taken there by Hill Murray, but picked up quickly by Anderson. He throws one deep, goes over to Peterson. Peterson fighting for it there behind the net. Now picked up by Manthey. Manthey rolls one out to Lehmeyer. He shoots! Big shot that went wide left. Now it's going to be picked up by West. West holds the zone on the left circle. Now goes below the circle, trying to center a play. Nobody there. Picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray now moves it right back to the zone. Nice entry pass, so it goes right to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer loses it there. Picked up by Hill Murray. They walk it into their zone. They take a shot, and that one goes wide. Now fought there by Peterson. Peterson got a stick on it, got another stick on it. Peterson with another stick on it. Good job to get it into neutral ice, but here goes Hill Murray right back on sides. They go to work down behind Holmes. They try to get a quick shot on Holmes. That Holmes saves. Now it's going to be Lehmeyer trying to break it out. That Hill Murray's able to keep it in. Comes right back to Lehmeyer. Misses on that pass. Picked up, moved out to neutral ice by Manthey. Chased in by West, goes behind Holmes. Now he's going to go back the other way. Comes over to Manthey. Manthey thought he was going to give it up to Lehmeyer. Now he's going to try to get over to Peterson. Now Peterson has it. Peterson loses an edge. We do have a rogue stick on the ice. It's going to be chased over now by Lehmeyer behind Holmes. Now they try to center a play. That one stays behind Holmes. Moving in, almost 12 minutes to go here now in period number 2. Tigers down 3-0 against top-ranked Hill Murray. One penalty in the game, and that came against Hill Murray in the first period. West now with it, moves it through neutral ice, unable to hit Bjorkstrand. Now this sits in the right circle. They fight for it there. Bjorkstrand now jumps to play along with Anderson. Anderson tries to move it through, can. It's Hill Murray right out in front, just waiting. I mean, had all day for it. painted a picture with it. And here goes Hill Murray, scores again. It's 4-0. Hill Murray quickly going up 4-0. Tigers unable to clear it out of their zone. 11:46 here to go in period 2. Bjork's trying to take the face-off. They'll have Kowalski and Kiefer with them. Now goes Hill Murray through neutral ice. Met there, comes all the way over, top of the left circle. Easy entry pass up to the point. Now Hill Murray behind Holmes, centers a play right back to him. Saved by Holmes right in front. He just brings that one in and smothers it down. 11:29 here to play in period 2. 4-0's our score. Bjork's trying to take the face-off. That one sits now. They try to get it quick. There's a broken stick. That's going to cost mom and dad some money. Now this one comes over. Kiefer unable to make a play. Now kicks forward. Now Kiefer can't make a play again. Turnover. Comes over to Holmes and he saves. Now over to Kiefer again. Tries to move one forward. Another turnover. Holy cow. Fought there. Kept in front. Save Holmes. Picked up by Bjorkstrand. Gets by Bjorkstrand. Now they try to center a play. Holmes gets it right back over to him. Now Bjorkstrand moves in. Along with Popera. They move all the way through. Good save by Holmes. Oh, they're just now starting to go anything they want to do offensively. Hill Murray has it. Kowalski chases. It's swung back down in the corner. The only people there are black and green. Now sitting behind. Unable to get it through. Kowalski chases. Kiefer knocks that one down. Goes into the... No, Bjorkstrand knocks it down. Kiefer tries to get a stick on it. And there goes Kiefer's stick. Just as I said, going to cost mom and dad some money. Now, we're going to have a penalty. It looks like... Oh, they're going to give Kiefer an unsportsmanlike. Is it for... Oh, man. They get Kiefer for 2 minutes unsportsmanlike for throwing his stick. After his stick broke. I actually think he threw it because it's like throwing cash away. Now the Tigers going to be on the penalty kill, on the Kiefer penalty. 2 minutes on the clock. This one's now going to be swung outside the blue line. Good clear there by the Tigers, chased by Besser. Besser with it, top of the circle. Besser loses it there. Tigers get back defensively. Besser stays in the offensive zone, now swung all the way through, hit there by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer, though, unable to come away with it, hits it around now Letter, along with Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer's going to be able to clear this one. No, they don't clear. It's going to stay with Hill Murray. They try to center a play, now get their power play set up. Comes all the way back over to Stensland. He throws one up. Stensland's able to clear it. 1:20 to go on the Tigers' penalty kill. 9:30 here to play in period number 2. Tigers down 4-0. Here comes Hill Murray now. Moves through. It's going to be over to Besser. Besser tries to clear it. Now Besser's able to clear it. That one gets by, comes all the way back down. Chased down by Letter. Under a minute to go in the Kiefer penalty. This one's going to come all the way out. Should be cleared again. Stensland knocks that one forward. Then it's a little bit of wraparound there with the knee. Here goes Hill Murray trying to get one last ditch effort. Goes to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer's able to clear it. 40 seconds to go here in the Kiefer penalty. Under 9 to go. Hill Murray moving through the zone. Hassle by Letter. Gets by Letter. Besser's in front. Now he gets through that one. Now they try to set it up. 25 seconds. He walks it all the way in. Off the side of the net. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer throws one in and stays in the zone. 20 seconds to go. Hill Murray sets up for one last charge. They got 10 seconds. Wait for it. It's in the left circle. They hold it there. Tigers in position. Now comes out. They take a shot, blocked. Lehmeyer, and it sits there in neutral ice. There's 2 seconds, and there goes the penalty. Penalty's off. Tigers are back on to full strength. Now Kiefer kicks one forward, trying to pick up the puck. Picked over by Hill Murray. Hill Murray goes right back in their offensive zone. Ticked up by Lehmeyer. Now moved up. Here goes Peterson. No, I'm sorry, Manthey. Manthey then gets moved off to the puck. Kiefer's able to kick that one away. Goes over to Stensland. Stensland with it. Stensland trying to move it up to Kiefer. Kiefer now just drives one deep. He's going to get a change. Goes behind the Hill Murray goalie. Here comes Peterson and Manthey. And Anderson now on as well. Manthey trying to move it around, trying to find the puck. It comes out to Hill Murray. Here comes Hill Murray right back through their zone. Right through neutral ice. Hill Murray just walks it in, now hit by Blair. Peterson meets him there, goes behind Holmes, comes over to West. West knocks one forward, trying to find a handle. West with it. Hits one over to Anderson. That's Manthey, all the way over to Anderson. 7:20 here to go in period number 2. Turnover there. Tigers, no, it's going to be picked up by Blair. Blair still with it, gets one deep. Throws one on net, and Hill Murray's going to keep the play going. Tigers kind of put the brakes on there a bit. So Manthey, Peterson, and Anderson. Comes all the way to West, trying to get a pass through, goes to Hill Murray. Sits in their defensive zone. Now Hill Murray moves it through neutral ice. Kiefer tries to knock one away. Now a quick shot, that one goes wide. Kiefer's chasing after it. It's going to come all the way to Hill Murray. Hill Murray with it, got a rolling puck. And where are the Tigers? Here comes Blair. Blair loses that one. Anderson's still on, along with Kiefer. Gonna be chased. Shot, front. Oh, that one went right through the crease. Another opportunity there for Hill Murray. 6:30 to go. It's gonna be chased by Blair behind the net. Blair gets taken down, no call. Oh, another guy gets taken down, no call. And picked up by Hill Murray. And now saved by Holmes. Holmes is gonna gather that one in. Now we got some pushing and shoving, just saying hello. And we'll get this one a neutral or defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Tigers. 6:17 to come here in period 2. Bjorkstrand to take the face-off. It'll be Boyer, Bjorkstrand, Kiefer. This one comes out quickly, saved there by Holmes. Hill Murray right back at it, goes right to Holmes. That one knocked away. Rebound out front. Hill Murray trying to get a centering pass, comes out to the defense. Big swing and a shot. That one got blocked out front. Another shot. That one went in. Goal, Hill Murray. 5-0. Nothing Hill Murray. 6 minutes to go here in period 2. Tigers are kind of going to take it to them right now. They don't have an answer offensively. Now a kick behind Papera. Papera chases it. He gets hit right into the corner. Hit over to Kiefer. Kiefer's going to try to maneuver that one. Swinging through. Papera's able to get it over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand looks for a handle. Bjorkstrand flips one up. Now comes over. Kiefer flips one over now to Boyer. Still moving up the zone. Goes into their offensive zone. Kiefer chases it there. And now tries to center a pass over to Boyer. Boyer chases, now sits defensively. Bjorkstrand with it, Bjorkstrand still with it. Oh, then he gets taken down, no call. There's been a potential trip there, but looks like it's just incidental contact by the two players. Here comes Hill Murray, quickly moves it through neutral ice. Tigers not really moving that well, getting back. Now it comes all the way out to the zone. Picked up by Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand throws one up into the crowd. We're going to get a whistle. And a defensive zone faceoff coming up, 5:05. Left here to go in period 2. Oh, neutral zone faceoff coming up here. Besser to take the faceoff. Now it's going to be chased over by Kramer. Kramer, unable to make that play, comes up over to West. West tries to knock one out, stays at the feet of Hill Murray. Now picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray's been really good in their offensive zone so far. This comes out the defense, and this is what they do. They throw them on net. They look for rebounds. 4:45 now to go here in period 2. Tigers looking for an answer late here in the second period. Besser to take the face-off. It's going to come to Hill Murray. No kick forward by Letter. That one unable to get into neutral ice. All the way back behind Holmes. Now hit up by Stensland. Lost there. Shot, save. Picked up by Stensland. Now moving over to Letter. Letter uses his body. Tries to gain control of it. Comes over to Stensland. Stensland looks behind him. Realizes the play ahead is going the other way. Now it comes back over to Hill Murray. Hill Murray centering pass. Knocked away by Kramer. Now a shot that goes wide of Holmes. Kicked all the way back. Hill Murray just living in their offensive zone here in the second period. 4 minutes to go. Now moved by West. He moves it now behind Holmes. West looking for a breakout. Goes to Besser. Besser throws it up into the shin pads of Letter. And right in the right circle. They try to center a play. Knocked down by Stensland. Play stays alive. Right behind Holmes. Now chased over by Stensland. Tries to get it out to Letter. Picked up by Hill Murray. Right into the left circle. Moves it all the way through. Takes a shot saved by Holmes. Now it's Kramer. Up over to Letter. Tries to get up to Besser and a turnover. Tigers over to Stensland. Stensland tries a quick pass. Goes right to Hill Murray. Hill Murray walks it right back in from the point. They're going to get a shot. And he shoots and scores. 6-0's our score. .326 to play. The score is going to be 6-0. Tigers licking their wounds here a little bit. Down big as they were up big in last night's game. Peterson, Anderson, Manthei, Lehmeyer, and Blair. Here goes Lehmeyer now. Drops one in deep. Goes behind the Hill Murray goalie. Chased over there by Peterson. Moving in on 3 minutes here to play in period number 2. I think they got one. Goal for the Tigers. That one's going to go, I think, to number 5, Jack Peterson. Jack Peterson with the goal. 6-1 is our score. Tigers finally find their way onto the big board. Peterson to take the face-off. This one's going to come up to Anderson. Anderson moves it up the left-hand side. Now tries to get out to Blair. Blair knocks one forward, but picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray moving through neutral ice. Coming now on the left-hand side. We got offsides. Offsides on Hill Murray. 2:58 to play. 6-1. Tigers just found their way onto the big board. Now it's going to be Manthei. Manthei picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer throws one back through the zone. And here come Tigers looking to get a change. Peterson out. Now Kiefer with him. Now Kiefer waits. Oh, he waited too long. No, maybe not long enough. Now comes back out to Peterson. Peterson trying to look for another shot. Backs it over to Anderson. Anderson tries to take a shot. That one couldn't make it through the zone. Kiefer's able to hassle him just enough. Kiefer keeps it in. Then he gets hit. Moving in on 2 minutes to go. Kiefer chases. He hits the man. Now moving through the zone. Picked up by Blair. Blair, he takes a hit. Now moves up over to Bjorkstrand. We get icing waved off. Under 2 to play here in period 2. This one's going to come all the way out to Kiefer. Kiefer moves on into Bjorkstrand. Quick shot. Oh, he just got rocked. Oh my goodness, Bjorkstrand just got rocked. Helmet comes off. Let's see how serious this is. That was a little bit uncalled for on that hit. We'll see how heavy of a fine this one gets, how long he'll be sitting in the box. Bjorkstrand helmet off. In football, he's going to have to come off for a play. And they're only going to get 2 minutes on that. Bjorkstrand still picking up his equipment behind the net. Here's the deal. I never want to say anything about the refs. I have 2 sons that referee, but I don't understand how you have a broken stick. That gets a 2-minute unsportsmanlike, but Bjorkstrand just got Charlie Brown behind the net, and it's only a 2-minute. He's explaining himself. I just don't know how you're going to explain this. Just don't know how you explain those 2 calls right there. Bjorkstrand back to his feet. Now goes and takes his face off. This one comes in front of the net. Keeper chases. Keeper still chasing. Now hit over by Bjorkstrand. Over to Stensland. Gets it by Keeper. Now it's going to be chased in by Besser. Besser now moving in, 140 to go. Comes all the way out. And nice job there by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer trying to look for a shot. Comes over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand takes a shot. Knocked away there. Comes over to Keeper. Keeper gets hit in the back there. He holds the puck. Met there with Besser. Besser and Keeper. At least maybe it's not Besser. Maybe that is going to be, trying to see if that is Besser. Oh, man, working hard. That is definitely Besser. I did have that number right. That was Besser working his tail off. Now Besser moves it back in, left-hand side. Keeper trails him, now comes into neutral ice. Picked up by Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand gets it deep, moving in under a minute to go. Keeper chases, goes over to neutral ice. Tigers got to get back. Stensland regroups, comes through neutral ice. Stensland still with it. Stensland holds, comes up over to Letter. Letter trying to find a shot, just knocks one forward, see if the Tigers can get something. Comes over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer can't get a pass. Man, these are then the 2 sides of the Tigers this year. They have last night where they looked crisp. All the passes were clean, moving up and down the ice. And then you have the games like this where they just cannot seem to get it going. They're going to find themselves down by 5 going into the 3rd period. Kramer chases all the way over, and they're going to wave off icing. Here goes West. See if the Tigers can get one more chance at it. West now up to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer tries to get it in, over to Letter, and one shot through. That's going to do it. That will do it for 2 periods of play. Hill Murray is going to go into the second intermission up 6-1. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Zamboni's just getting off the ice. We'll be getting the teams back out here shortly. Tigers down 6-1 here to start the third period. Hill Murray owning the second period, scoring 4 times. Also out-shooting the Tigers, now leading in shots after 2 periods. 23 shots for Hill Murray and 9 for the Tigers. Scoring the only Tiger goal there in the second period was number 5, Jack Peterson, assisted by number 9, Luke Manthei, and number 16, Connor Anderson. Number 5, Peterson, assisted by number 9, Manthei, and number 16, Anderson. Hope I said number 5, Peterson. So many sons in that line. Always a tongue twister. Fairly clean game as well. Only 3 penalties to speak of. 1 for the Tigers. That was 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct by number 21, Keeper. Broken stick. Knew how upset his mother would be, so he decided to throw it. She saw the evidence. He threw it. He got unsportsmanlike. He got to serve 2 minutes for that penalty as well. Not sure that's going to make her any happier. And then also 2 penalties by Hill Murray. $15 minutes will be on the clock. Tigers down 1. They got some work to do. They got a couple important things here coming into this third period. Play hard, continue to get back that offensive flow going again. Make sure you get that fair play point, which is going to be ever so important as we start to crank up the regular season. Top 8 teams, top 8 teams within each division will make play down, so Tigers are going to be fighting for that. One of those final spots probably all year with how they're starting the season. And then thirdly, you get a chance at Rosemont tomorrow to make this a successful weekend. Finish this period strong is goal number 1. Hill Murray going back to the box. I'll have 8 seconds on the Tiger power play. We'll see how the Tigers are going to start here in the third period. Holmes through 2 periods, saving 17 of 23 shots. Starting this third period will be number 5, Peterson at center. At left wing, number 16, Anderson. And at right wing, number 9, Manthei. Back defensively will be 23, Lehmeyer, and 11, West. And here we go. Ready to get this game going. The third period starts, goes into the Tigers' offensive zone, now picked up by Lehmeyer. That one kicked forward. That one went wide of the net. Lehmeyer had a shot. That's going to do it now for the Tiger power play. They're going to be 0-2 on the power play here tonight. Lehmeyer kicks that one now over to looking in for West. West tries to dig one out of the corner. Picked up by the Tigers, Manthei. No, it stays with Hill Murray. Hill Murray now trying to work it through the zone. No Tiger wants to touch the puck. Now it comes up over to Manthei. Manthei gets wrestled off, pushes one forward, stays into their zone. Picked up by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer pushes one over to West. West with it, trying to move it up to Peterson. Peterson on his stick. He moves up the left-hand side looking for some room. That one kicks off of a Hill Murray skate. Sits there right there, and they get it right back out to neutral ice. Lehmeyer waits, and now he engages. He's going to take a shot. First shot of the third period coming from number 23, Colin Lehmeyer, saved by the Pioneer goalie. Now Pioneers pick it back up. Keeper on. Keeper steals it right through the crease, takes a shot. I think Keeper just scored. He did score! Number 21 comes onto the ice, forces a turnover, throws one through the 5-hole. Tigers now 6-2. Now it's going to be Bjorkstrand, Boyer, and Kiefer, along with Papera and Stensland. 6-2 is our score. See if the Tigers can put some fear here into the Pioneers. Comes all the way through. They throw one through the crease. Driving back through neutral ice, picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray with Bjorkstrand in front of him. Kiefer tries to steal that one, picked up by Papera. Papera swings it back into the offensive zone. Could be chased first by Besser. Sorry, not Besser, Boyer. Boyer chases that one now behind the net, hits his man. Now it's going to be Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand trying to make a play. Now gets by Kiefer, goes into neutral ice. Picked up by Hill Murray, tries to drive one through. That one goes wide of Holmes. Tigers unable to corral it. Now it is going to be Bjorkstrand. He gets taken down. No call. Picked up by Stensland. Stensland moves it through his legs. Smothered up there by the Hill Murray goalie. Oh, they are going to get a trip. There was a call. I was looking for the hand to go up. It must have been late. That was a late call there by the ref. I didn't see his hand go up immediately, but that was behind the play. It's going to start here. Besser, Manthei, Letter. Along with West and Lehmeyer. Comes out to Letter. Letter all the way over to West. West from the point. Going to take a shot. Save. No rebound. See if the Tigers can capitalize here. They're 0 for 2 on the power play in tonight's contest. Under 13 minutes to go. Right back, it's going to be Peterson. Loses that face-off. Here comes Hill Murray. Moves it over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer drops one in, trying to get it back in the offensive zone. Plays happening right below us. Lehmeyer fighting for it. Now Besser and Letter. This one's going to come out to West. West tries to crowd that one in, gets it taken away. Oh, and he trips his man. Oh, they're not going to call it. Oh, man, that looked like maybe it just was stick got caught between the legs. But as soon as West pulled it up, oh, now he gets a nice pass out to Manthei. Can Manthei make a play? Takes a shot just wide. Manthei would have had the goal, but that thing was just another couple inches to the right. Comes out to West. West tries to take a shot. That looked like his stick broke. Holy cow, the sticks are breaking tonight. Got some soft composite out there on the ice here in Farmington. That's got to be at least a third stick that's broken. Keeping the American economy going strong here with the sticks breaking in Farmington. Now comes back out, Letter chases it, lets it go into neutral ice. Tigers still on the power play for another 54 seconds. Picked up by Blair. Blair holds it, he's going to shovel one up over to Letter. Letter waits with, now into the side, comes over to Blair. Blair chases that one down, comes into neutral ice. Tries to get it up to Bjorkstrand. Besser's still on. Now they're going to get Peterson on. That hit off of his skate. Coming over is Blair, now over to Bjorkstrand. Moving up is Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer just walks it in, rumbling, stumbling, tumbling, comes right through the right circle. Nifty move, centering play. No one there. It's going to be Stensland. Isn't able to keep it in. All the way up over to Peterson. Peterson tries to move it over to Letter. Letter's getting off the ice, comes over to Kiefer. Kiefer waits, settles that one down. They get it right back into their offensive zone. 6 seconds on the power play. Tigers look like they're going to go 0 for 3 on the power play. Tigers just have not gotten anything going. Last night they were very good. Now it comes over to Papera. He shoots, saved by Hill Murray. 10:58 now to play in period number 3. It's 6-2. Boyer is now going to come out to join Bjorkstrand and Kiefer. Kiefer's going to take this face-off. It's going to be to the right of the Hill Murray goalie. Back defensively are Papera and Stensland. Face-off's going to be won there by Hill Murray. They swing it around. Here it comes all the way up to Stensland. No, picked up by Hill Murray. Hit by Kiefer. Kiefer goes right back into neutral ice. Moves it over to Stensland. Stensland with it on his stick. Trying to move through a crowd. Stolen there. Picked up. Oh, nice job there by Bjorkstrand. Give it off to Boyer. Boyer moves it through the zone. In the right circle. Boyer then gets taken down. Bjorkstrand tried to come away with it. Kiefer hits his man. Picked up by Peterson. It looks like they were having offsides. Offsides is called, and we're going to get a neutral zone face-off right below us. Keeper to take the face-off. Bjorkstrand and Boyer are going to stay out there, along with Stensland and Papera. Fight for it there. It's right underneath Keeper's feet. Now Keeper with it. Keeper gets it deep, and there goes Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand's going to chase after it. Swung around. Can Bjorkstrand get there? Bjorkstrand puts it out the stick, picked up by Hill Murray. Going to come back. It's going to go to Keeper. Keeper's going to chase that one down. Swings it all the way around. Hill Murray's going to be the only one there. They move one through. Now knocked away by Stensland, picked up by Papera. Papera tries to redirect. He gets sandwiched there by Hill Murray. Now turnover, Tigers. Oh, nice job there by Stensland. Stensland moves it up the ice. Still moving up the ice. Now redirects. He's going to get it reset up. Stensland waits, holds, gets one deep. Icing's waved off. Off of Keeper's skate. Picked up by Blair. Coming over is Keeper. Keeper trying to drive one, sneak one through, and then Letter tries to poke one free as well to try to get a sneaky one there for the Tigers. They were unsuccessful. Under 10 to go now in period 3. 6-2 is our score. Blair and West are out defensively. Kramer, Besser, Letter at forward. Now goes Hill Murray, and can they get a breakaway all the way through the right circle, but they weren't able to get a shot on. Good back check by Blair, put just enough heat on for that quick shot. Comes all the way up over to Kramer. Kramer tries to chase it down, gets by Kramer. And now, as well as Letter and Kramer, Kramer gets knocked down. Now they throw it right back in, goes behind Holmes, picked up by Blair. Blair tries to shovel one forward. Hill Murray keeping it in the zone. Hassled there. Kramer chases. Kramer takes a swipe at it and whiffs. Comes up over to West. West gets it taken away. Now we got an offsides on Hill Murray. Neutral zone faceoff. 9:20 to play. 6-2 Hill Murray. Besser to take the faceoff with Letter and Kramer. This one gets back out to neutral ice. Chased there by Letter, now picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray moves it right back into their offensive zone. Hill Murray looking to go to work. Hill Murray still with it at the point. Now gets knocked away by Blair, right back over to Hill Murray. They take a shot that went wide. Chased over by Kramer. Now Besser. Besser with it. Besser trying to get numbers with Letter. He's got Letter in front of him. Got that one knocked away right at the end. Oh my goodness. Besser just got smashed into the boards. Hill Murray, man, actually held his stick and gave it right back to Besser as Besser got right back on his feet and right back into the play. Tigers did get a shot off. It was a kick save by Hill Murray. Now Hill Murray is just looking to lay some body. I'm not even sure if they're actually playing the puck. Here comes Kowalski. Kowalski on. Kowalski, they drop that one down. Kowalski takes one into the boards. Now goes Hill Murray up to the right side, picked over by Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer goes behind Holmes. Lehmeyer turning around looking for Manthei. Walks in and now is West. West tries to poke one free, gets back out to neutral ice. Peterson, Manthei, Kowalski. Peterson tries to make a play, now it's Papera. Papera shoves one free, now it's Hill Murray with it again. Hill Murray walks it through, big shot, bouncing puck. Oh yeah, Holmes saw that one, had just enough English to stay out of the back of the net. Papera now tries to drive one through, Papera gets hit. Man, they are just, and we're gonna get a penalty. It's gonna come up on Hill Murray. Oh, and another penalty. We should get 2 penalties. Hill Murray is just laying bodies out there. If the refs don't clean this up. And they're only gonna get 1 penalty. Lehmeyer just got crushed coming back through into the back, coming as he's coming into the zone. Another 2 minutes on the big board for the Tigers. They're 0 for 3 on the power play. At some point, you got to start making these hurt if they're going to keep giving you the time on the clock. It's going to be Bjorkstrand, Kiefer, Letter, Lehmeyer, and I think that's West now over on the left defensive side. I have no idea. The ref is over there talking to the Hill Murray coach. No idea what they could possibly be talking about. Outside of maybe my boys want to work on checking, just let them do their job, ref. This one comes all the way down for Holmes, settles it down over to West. West Toe drags that one over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer quickly up to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand gets by one man, stays on his feet, moves it up over to West. West is going to just let Hill Murray kind of take it back, but he knew he was going to get it right back. Now they're on, gets by Letter. Tigers just cannot get anything going with their power play. Keeper with it behind. Shovels one over to West. West waits, it gets by West. And here goes Hill Murray again, another turnover. Right at the point, and he shoots and scores. Almost the play on now that transpired is almost unacceptable. But the Tigers turn it over again in their defensive zone. And a shot from the point finds the back of the net. It's 7-2, Hill Murray. Bjorkstrand, keeper, Letter, along with Blair and Stensland. Now Blair over to Stensland. Stensland trying to move it up over to keeper off of his skate. He's going to come out over to Blair. Tigers just trying to get an entry zone. Comes over to Letter. Letter knew the hit was coming, took the hit. Puck comes back over to Hill Murray. Now a hit by Kiefer into the sideboard. Hill Murray stays with it. Now Blair's going to move his man into the boards. Oh, now they're little bit of extracurricular. Now it comes back to Hill Murray, goes over Holmes. 53 seconds still in the Tigers power play. That one, almost another shorty for Hill Murray. Coming up is Kiefer. Kiefer can't find the handle. Now Kiefer just gliding with it. Trying to get something set up. Moves it all the way through, just throws one on net. And he's gonna cover that one up, and that's gonna do it. We'll get an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Tigers. This will be to the left of the Hill Murray goalie. 36 seconds left on the Tiger power play. 6:12 left to go in period number 3. 7-2 Hill Murray. Peterson takes the face-off. Manthei looks for it at his feet. Stays with Hill Murray. They trap it up against the wall. Gets by Blair and driven right back down. Holmes is going to stop it there. Picked up by Stensland. Stensland with it behind Holmes. Stensland waits. Now here goes Stensland. Out to Blair. Blair with it. Blair works it through off of Hill Murray. See if Hill Murray takes it. They do take it. And now they're just going to control it again. Hill Murray goes D to D. Tigers chase. They have no answer now. It's going to be picked up by Manthei. Manthei moves it through the right circle. Manthei with a shot. Save Hill Murray. Stensland tries to hold it. Picked up by Hill Murray there. Racing up the right-hand side. The power play is over. Now they take a shot. That one goes over Holmes. Held into the zone by Hill Murray. Moving in, 5:30 to go. 5:30 to go. Tigers unable to corral the puck. Now picked over by Stensland. Oh, we got a Tiger down. Hopefully he's not too injured. Looks like he's back up. That's going to be Blair. Blair's looks like he might be hurt. It's in front, and we got a whistle now in front of Holmes. Yeah, Blair's going to come off gingerly off the ice. Oh, it might be a wrist. Might have got stepped on as they were on the ground going back and forth. Besser, Letter, Kramer, along with West and Lehmeyer. 5 minutes to go. Comes out to the defensive point for Hill Murray. They just knock it in deep. Comes over to West. West with it. West waits. Misses on that pass. Now picked up by Hill Murray behind the net. Another turnover for the Tigers. They try to center a play. Comes over to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer stops that one. Now pushes one back over to West. West now moves it up the zone. Over to Besser. Now up to Letter. Letter tries to get it through the defense. Stays right there. Picked up by Besser. Besser still with it on his stick. Now he gets knocked down. Gets right back up. Besser trying to get it out to West and goes underneath West's feet. Comes all the way over to their zone. Picked up by West. Now goes behind Holmes. Moving in under 4 minutes to go. Coming up gets by Letter. And we see a hand up. Yeah, there's a hand up. We're going to get icing call. We'll bring this one down for a defensive zone faceoff. 4:23 to go. Tigers will bring out Bjorkstrand, Kowalski, and Boyer. Moved ahead by West. Goes over to Boyer. Boyer with it on his stick. Tries to move one ahead to West. West gets moved off the puck there. Now coming back is Hill Murray. Goes right through neutral ice. Coming all the way through the zone. Now going to be chased over by Lehmeyer. Goes behind Holmes. moving in on 4 minutes to go. Comes all the way out to the defensive point, takes a shot, screened out front, but nice save by Holmes. .357 to go here in period number 3. Score is 7-2. York's trying to take the face off. He'll have Kowalski and Boyer. Back defensively are Stensland and Lehmeyer. Now they do get up to Boyer. Boyer gets one out into neutral ice. Picked up by Hill Murray. Hill Murray looks for an opening. They kick it out. Oh, and Bjorkstrand took the hit on that one as he was going to lay it down. Bjorkstrand right back up. Now chases the play into the zone. Bjorkstrand hassling his man there. Moving in. Now he hits his man. They both go down. No calls. We continue to play on. Another man went down. That was Boyer. Tigers just want to be careful here. They got a chance to get a fair play point. It's 7-2. They just want to, and there's Boyer scores. Boyer gets one. 7-3 now is the score. Tigers with a nice play out front. Boyer scores. It's 7-3. .316 to go. Tigers get back on the board at 7-3. Moving in under 3 to go. Again, Tigers. And Bjorkstrand, Manthei and Bjorkstrand on the assist. That's going to be Manthei's second assist of the night. Mason Boyer, number 7 with the goal, assisted by number 13, Charlie Bjorkstrand, and number 9, Luke Manthei. Now a quick shot and a score. 8-3 is going to be our score now. 2:51 here to play in the contest. Just a tale of two nights. Holmes was making all those stops last night. Having a bit more trouble as Hill Murray's held a lot of the offensive zone time here tonight. We'll have another chance right away again tomorrow. That's the great thing with hockey. So what next shift? You get through one game, you got to pick it right back up and go into game number 3 of the weekend. They got Rosemont tomorrow. That'll be a 4:30 p.m. contest right back here in Schmitz-Mackey. What a weekend of hockey. All 3 at home. Couldn't ask for more if you're a parent of one of these kids. Now the Tigers try to drive it back to the zone, stays in neutral ice. They drive it into the offensive zone, no icing, moving in under 2 minutes to go. This one is now Peterson, Manthei, and Anderson. Manthei was able to knock one briefly away. Manthei has 2 assists on the night. Now kept in by Hill Murray. He's looking for his shot. Moved it right out to Papera. Papera slides one over looking for Manthei. And nobody really wanted the puck there, but Manthei is able to corral it in, takes it forward. Now coming on the ice will be trying to get a number read on this. So it's going to be Besser, Letter, and Kiefer. Being moved up by Stensland. Stensland moves it through neutral ice, gets by another man, has 2 defensemen in front of him. Tries to push one forward, now moving in under 1:40 to play. Kept in by Besser. Besser goes in deep, going to be chased over by Kiefer and Letter. Comes up to Besser again. Besser over to Letter. Letter's going to come right back over to Besser. Besser waits, holds, comes out to the defense. No defense there. West corrals it in. Moving in under 1:20 to play. Coming over to Stensland. Stensland. Pass went into Hill Murray. I think he was looking for Besser. Comes over to Stensland. Stensland up over to Letter. Letter gets by Letter. Keeper chases. Keeper still with him. Comes down behind the net. Keeper still with him. Keeper trying to get a turnover. Now Letter joins the group as well. Picked up by Hill Murray, and here they go. Under a minute to go. It's 8-3 Hill Murray. Hill Murray is going to stay unbeaten on the year. They're going to move to 12-0-0. They're going to be unbeaten in league play. This is absolutely the number 1 team in the state of Minnesota. Tigers are going to have their hands full if they meet them up again, but Tigers, first things first, are going to be looking to corral and get back into that number 8 position in the gold division. 46.5 seconds to go. Only one penalty by the Tigers tonight. Hill Murray with several of them. The Tigers just never made it hurt. Coming now back over to West. West goes behind Holmes. Waits for it. Comes up to Kowalski. Gets by Kowalski. Driven all the way down. We should get a nope. They're going to wave icing off. Moving in under 25 seconds to go. Oh, it's going to come out to Lehmeyer. Lehmeyer backhands one in, trying to find his teammates. It's going to be Boyer. Boyer trying to move his man off the puck. Now coming through, gets turned over there by West. Comes into the right circle. Shot scored. Not the Tigers' best effort tonight. Too many turnovers as they're trying to get the puck out. They have a lot to clean up, but hey, short memory. We'll do this all again tomorrow at 4:30, this time against the rivals from Rosemont, the Irish. So with that, we will be back on the air 4:30 p.m. Sunday afternoon to finish out this 3-game homestand for